Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're playing Vampire Tribal. Yeah, we're playing Tribal in the way that this guy plays Tribal decks, and I'll explain to you what I mean in just a minute. But while you absorb the deck list and let it seep through your eyeballs into your very soul and essence and being, I just want to remind everybody that at the time I'm recording this, it's May 15th. That is the middle of the month, and that is the time I need to remind all of you awesome folks who have subscribed to my Twitch channel with Twitch Prime to please go renew that subscription. Twitch Prime is a free way to financially support the channel. I get $2.50 per sub, and just one of those, you know, buys like a 20-ounce soda at a gas station. But with the combined power of the dojo, with the millions and millions of CGB fans around the world, you know, it adds up and it makes a big difference in my life. So thank you to everybody who has an Amazon Prime subscription, who heads over to Twitch, even if you only show up for that once a month, and hits subscribe under the subscribe button and renews with Twitch Prime. If you've never heard of Twitch Prime but you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you would like to support the channel, my best recommendation is to look up a video on YouTube, because you're already there, and look up Twitch Prime, how to use Twitch Prime, how to sub with Twitch Prime. You just link your Amazon account to your Twitch account. It's really easy, and then you go to my Twitch channel, link in the description, and you hit subscribe. But you have to renew it like every 30 days. You just have to go click a button again to let Twitch know you're still around, and it continues to support me. So this is the monthly reminder. Please go renew Twitch Prime, you legion of cool kids, and thank you very, very much. Okay, the Tribal. Most of the time when people think Tribal, they think lots of creatures, just spam the board, cover the frickin' battlefield with creatures, right? That's what we've come to understand with Tribal decks. Then there is the Control Mage or Value Mage's Tribal deck, which is an often misunderstood way of doing it. CGB, how can you call it Tribal? You only have, like, you know, 10 vampires or whatever. I didn't actually count. You only have X many of the tribe. Why? That's not a Tribal deck. The Tribal code for a Control Mage, because trust me, sometimes there are certain card advantage synergies we like in Tribal, but we don't want to, we just don't get excited about playing like 30 creatures in our decks. We just don't. We're a different breed. So we take out like 10 of those creatures and add removal. And we take out 10 of those creatures and we add card draw, and we keep like the very best 10 that do the things we really enjoy, and that's how we make our control-y Tribal deck. This is a Rakdos sort of control deck. It's not designed to be super aggressive, and the reason it's built is Evelyn the Covetous. This is 2 and a Dimir hybrid black Dimir Rakdos, but you can cast it without any blue mana in your deck for 2 and a black and a black and a red. So that's kind of cool. And this is a 2/5 flash vampire rogue. Whenever Evelyn or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it. Once each turn, you may play a card from exile with the collection counter on it if it was exiled by an ability you controlled, and you may spend mana. I don't know why it has to be worded all that way. Somebody in comments will leave a comment about it. And you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. So it's kind of like one-shot Tybalt's, you know, Cosmic Imposter. The +2 is exile the top card of each player's library. Evelyn creates this effect when Evelyn enters the battlefield, but also whenever another vampire enters the battlefield. It doesn't even say non-token, so a Sorin token entering the battlefield triggers Evelyn. And so every time you play a vampire with an Evelyn on the field, you get a wider selection of cards that you can cast from exile. You're limited to one of these per turn, but maybe you have some instants, so you can play a land on your turn, and then on the opponent's turn you play a removal spell, and so it goes. So Evelyn's a really cool card I'm excited to play with, and I just wanted the bestest value-based vampires. So I added 2 copies of Henrika Damnathi because it says draw a card, and I added Sorin because kind of draw a card, and I added Voldaren Epicure and Blood Tithe Harvester because they come with blood tokens that say draw a card. Blood Tithe Harvester can also sack and do some -X/-X. Then the rest of the deck is really meant to be very controlling. I have Deadly Dispute to do something with the body for Voldaren Epicure, maybe even sack some of those blood tokens. I have Fable the Mirror Breaker because this is a red deck and every red deck has to play this or else you lose your red card, I guess. I don't know. Then there's 4 Strangles, there's a Thundering Rebuke, an Infernal Grasp, and 4 copies of the Meat Hook Massacre to totally wreck our opponent. And we threw in 2 copies of Ob because why not? We already have some cheap vampires, but I don't really want to have to like play them early then sack them to Ob in every game. Sometimes you just want to hold these and play them after you play Evelyn, so it's like adding draw 2 to the vampire itself. So just 2 copies of Ob. It's busted. Of course, sometimes you can just run away with the game with this, but a lot of times in this deck, it's okay to use Ob as a little bit of a bait and then switch into the value plan. All right, that's the deck. I've got lessons in the sideboard because I have Tybalt the Cosmic Imposter in my deck. We're gonna dive in. Let the nonsense begin.
It's me. It's Jenny G. And I am once again asking you to feed my hunger and subscribe. You thought your blue mage was your sensei. See him humbled by my power.
All right. Ah! No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
Not like this.
Yes, like this.
What?
Yes.
Didn't get taxes.
If you don't subscribe, I will literally call you out by name. Like you, Francisco. Or Neggy, or Marsui Mousy, Edson Zedcheta, and Moonmaster. Are you subscribed? You leave comments, but did you subscribe? 169 420 Pog. Oh, and if you're good, I'll make some custom emotes. Subscribe.
Seems good. Doesn't have any creatures, but we can we kind of masquerade. Vampirically masquerade as a creature deck. This deck is pretty happy to shift to the control role. Merfolk Windrobber. Am I supposed to kill that? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to hold the strangle for the Soaring Thought Thief or whatever ninja comes flying out of this. The hacker draws a card when it hits. Hopefully they just replay the Windrobber here and Hook kills both. Ninjas. Didn't know that was, a prevailing thing. Didn't know that they hung in there. I played them week 1 of SNC, and I haven't looked back. No, not SNC, Kamigawa. Whoa. 4 toughness. 4 toughness? Baloney. What am I supposed to do here? So when you activate a ninjutsu ability, each creature in your hand has ninjutsu 4. So if we have a blocker, that alone makes this difficult. We could play the Henrika and both sacrifice a creature. That's the really conservative play. So yeah, I think if I just have a blocker to block this, it's not going to allow this to happen. So we go like this. We go draw a card. And then try to use the sacrifice effect next turn. Alright, there's Grasp. Maybe there's a cheaper ninjutsu that the opponent would do. Nope, just deals 2. Plays Thousand-Faced Shadow. I'm liking the look of strangling the Shadow, playing the Fable. But maybe we're supposed to play the Sorin and the Strangle and again make a blocker for this so they can't use ninjutsu with it.
I am faithful, bloody and righteous. I bring my own army.
4 toughness is a lot, but 2's not a lot of power. So they have to keep clearing out the blockers. All right, 3 cards to 3 cards, but we're ahead on the board because of the basic Soren making 2 pieces of cardboard with 1. Meat hook for 3. That reduces your power, so you won't be able to hurt Soren this turn. We are on our way to a Tybalt Cosmic Imposter, potentially, but we do have to consider that the opponent's going to play counter spells. Evelyn, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Plus the Soren, see what we hit. Reveal that. Great. Now, I think we just resolve this before counter magic becomes a thing, although Flash is really good. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Valky, get an idea for their hand, and play the Fable. And then we have 2 blockers for the Umezawa and protect Soren with 2 things. If the opponent has a removal spell, we can still chump block with 1. Or we just play the Evelyn. Yeah, just making blockers with toughness has been an issue for them so far. We hit a Fading Hope and a Meat Hook Massacre. Fighting Palm Ninja comes out without ninjutsu. You love to see it. 1 card left. What kind of card would it be? If it were a removal spell, they snap it off. So what is it? It might be a land. If it were a Fading Hope, would they play it there? Maybe not. It's not like they get a ton out of a ninjutsu there. Oh wait, if they had a Fading Hope, they'd bounce this, attack with this, ninjutsu the ninja, take it. Yeah, they would have done a Fading Hope. So what is it? It really could be a counterspell. Here's one of the funnest things to do with Evelyn. Make another vampire and exile 2 more cards.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Alright, if we kill all their creatures, they can't do hardly anything, right? Alright, it's not a counterspell unless it's like a counterspell that only hits a certain type, like creatures. Okay, 2 more cards exiled. Maybe we'll see what they are next turn. Let's go to combat. Let's both sacrifice a creature. I'll give up this little 2/3. You give up that beautiful ninja. Seems really important to your strategy to have a creature on the board. And I think we've ground them to dust. Alright. The Fading Hope is back online because we get to play these every turn cycle. Nashi. Alright. I got one of those now. Although we can't ninjutsu it because it's not in our hand. Feels bad. Soren, we'll just decline. We've got enough cards.
Dire
What?
times call for dire tactics.
Who are you and what have you done with Covert Go Blue? Here's Tybalt.
Oh, so many painful memories.
Let's both draw. It's fun. Let's just hold back to block this thing potentially. Never mind, we had the Fading Hope. We can attack. And they're out of there, which makes sense because they are getting rolled. We go first. We have a tapped land, but potentially a very strong hand. Yeah, let's just get the lounge down. We could open ourselves up to the best possible top decking by playing this on red and playing the Epicure, but what if we never end up with double black for the Meat Hook? So we're going to play a little off curve. Life goes on. Both copies of Ob. We'll see if it's a matchup where this is good. Opponent does not wish to rumble. We'll chill. None of us want to fight that much. What can we say? Wedding announcement. Okay. Quality card. We want to sack this to Ob. So we'll sack the blood token to the deadly. We hit Henrika. Okay. Interesting decision here whether or not to get Fable cooking. Against Wedding Announcement, they're definitely going to want to attack next turn. The Meat Hook in the future needs to clean up what the Wedding Announcement leaves behind, so Ob can certainly handle some setup time here. We could strangle something. I don't think the opponent would block the Epicure this turn. Strangling prevents them from drawing a card with the Wedding Announcement, but so does a block. Like, this messes them up too. It means they might play a lull. And if they play a lull, we can strangle it and cast Meat Hook for 1 and clean it all up. I might even be discarding these Obs. They're a little awkward. It depends what the opponent does this turn. Alright, Rite of Oblivion, they're going to completely take that out, so no option to discard Ob there. And they play a Buppo. And they use their treasure to do it, so they might need to rip a land here. And it's a Field of Ruin. Okay, they got 2 critters. Will they double block? I think the chances are good that they double block. Check the mic. When that happens, sometimes it stops recording the audio. Looks like it's working. Don't know why my computer's been freaking out lately. Blame Windows. Alright. What's the play? What's the play? I think it goes something like this. Play Henrika, we'll go to combat, we'll draw a card. Then we'll turn our 2/2 sideways. Hopefully they don't block it, because they want to draw a card with their Wedding Announcement, or because these become 2/2s. And then we can Meat Hook for 1. If they do block it, maybe we just play Ob. Alright, double block. Do I cast it with Casualty? Do I actually sacrifice Henrika? I don't think so. She's pretty strong.
Families call me.
So let's make a little devil.
You work for me now, runt.
Opponent's pretty happy to play defensively, so we're going to have to value a lot, like basically all the 2-for-1s we can. Maybe that was a reason to sacrifice Henrika. She already drew a card, and she's kind of an easy target for this Rite of Oblivion. Maybe I was supposed to sacrifice her to have 2 Obs instead. But I guess either way it eats a Rite of Oblivion, right? Opponent passes. They don't have Wandering Emperor mana, so this is a Vanishing Verse. Another land is not very good.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
Let's try to get to combat. Oh, we do? I'm surprised. I am shocked. So what, another restoration of a Ganjo? Not very likely. Not very likely. Alright, there's the verse. Bizarre how they played that. Really sad that we can't keep any pressure on that turn. No, that blows us out. Also explains a lot. Alright, so they have Blood on the Snow and Invoke Despair, huh? Oh, that's the draw we kind of needed, huh? Alright, we'll flash that in. Maybe they'll cast another Invoke Despair? We don't want to lose Evelyn to it, as much as I don't want them to draw 3 cards. But they usually draw 2 or 3 of these at a time, right? Alright, let's float a blue and try to scur them. Alright, no invoke mana. Just Wandering Emperor mana now. Alright, steal their Invoke Despair, please. Their Vanishing Verse would not work. I get a Meat Hook. Is that even any good? I have to be aware of Wandering Emperor, so I don't think I can attack. We could sacrifice Evelyn. I could sacrifice Evelyn. I think we wait, though. I think we just chill. I'm not playing into a Wandering Emperor easily. I'm going to make them actually figure out how to kill this. I'm trying to hang on. We really need to draw another vampire while we control you. Are we getting Rite of Oblivion? Yep. These draws are not holding up. These draws are not holding up at all. Wrong side of the deck. They keep touching their wedding announcement. Like, there's no point in that. Okay, Amiri's call. That's why we didn't kill this pest, is because eventually they have to put more pressure on the board and then we can just meat hook it all away. We're holding the land in case we draw another Fable of the Mirror Breaker and it makes it to Chapter 2. Very important. Okay. Opponent's chilling. It's good. Let's get 2 cards in one here with Soren. I have a feeling Soren will lead a Vanishing Verse. But maybe our vampire can draw some cards. There's the Wandering Emperor. Told you she was there. You guys didn't want to believe. Some of y'all are like, why are you playing so careful? I got my reasons. Alright, we're gonna grasp that because it can grasp can only hit creatures. No instant speed cards in our opponent's hand. Interesting. Shambling Ghast, sure. Wandering Emperor, make another? Sure.
Let your blade do the talking.
Rite of Oblivion the Soren, why not?
Things have not gone my way.
Alright, we'll attack the Wandering Emperor. They'll probably kill this in response somehow or do something to it, but then we'll deadly. Nope. Lets it go, so they have another Wandering Emperor maybe. Which means we don't want to use the Strangle. We could play Ob. Have 2 creatures, they play Wandering Emperor, make it 2/2. Devil blocks 1 creature. Okay, that works. Alright, they don't have a Wandering Emperor.
Stand with me. You're my enemy.
No priority stick.
Ha! Shake down the local.
So we'll strangle.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
and see how they come back from that. Yeah, our deck was the wrong half of the deck for a while. Okay, the Snowland should have been a giveaway that they were going to blood on the snow to destroy Planeswalkers. Alright. It's a chess match, man. You gotta get the most out of every card.
I hope you're ready to lose. May your blade strike true.
I mean, these wedding announcements are really tough to beat in a heads up, aren't they? Okay. Let's cycle, hold the deadly. Still waiting for them to point a removal spell at something. I don't know if that's actually going to work, though. Enough land. They should flood out, not me. Alright, so do they have a hook? They only have one card left. Alright, let's chill. If we attack here and they block with the 3/3, it doesn't really achieve anything other than hitting the Wandering Emperor, and maybe they'll minus the Emperor for a token, and the Deadly Dispute on the Devil can kill the Wandering Emperor. These creatures are getting larger, though. We just have to draw another Evelyn, and we have another Meathook Massacre. It's still in exile, just waiting for us. Could take out the 3/3 with a pair of blocks. They're going to draw a card with this wedding announcement. They make another one, though. They didn't use the plus. I still want to try to get this Wandering Emperor. The opponent doesn't necessarily know about the Deadly Dispute. Let's just take it. Just gotta draw another one of our meat hooks or an Evelyn to cast the meat hook that's down there. Okay, they're gonna make that play, it's fine. Just gotta get to another meat hook. It's the plan anyway. So now what do? Exile all creatures and all graveyards. Pretty smart. We can now send the Devil Point at the Wandering Emperor. And then the Wandering Emperor has nothing to plus onto this turn. There's the Evelyn. Okay. We have another Deadly Dispute, too. They're exiling Graveyard anyway, so it doesn't really matter what we get rid of. They're drawing a card from this announcement. They'll have no board. Oh, never mind. They get rid of their Wandering Emperor, so they have another Blood on the Snow in hand, probably. Well, Evelyn's coming down. Evelyn has a Meathook Massacre, but we're not sure what the other card will be. Let's play Fable, get that cooking. We could strangle this 3/3, but I think I'm willing to take a hit from it. And do I save these treasures? I definitely want to hold this land because I might turn it into something better. Yeah. Let's hold like this. That wedding announcement's about to flip and everything's going to get pretty huge. So we could ambush here, but Blood in the Snow means we wouldn't get to play any cards off the Evelyn, and we really need to. Okay, they move to end step. Flash it in. Sorin, nice. I just wish one of these was an instant, but obviously the Sorin's a good one. And that's it. We ground them to dust. Evelyn, it was really dicey in the mid-game there, but we didn't let them run away with it, and Evelyn brought it home. Okay, no early creature. But I guess we're on the draw with a Strangle, so we'll keep it, and maybe we'll draw a creature? A Mono White's reappeared. How about that? This is something we can hook pretty easily, so I think we will let it be. And I'm going to play the Hive to not give away the priority hold of the Strangle. Now that's something that is harder to hook because of the cost. And that is why we hold the Strangle and don't strangle the Yasha. Yep. Okay. Difficult decisions begin. Do I put out a sacrificial Ob? Do I use a rebuke? Is it just me or is the sound weird? I don't know. It's like all echoey. Just me? Why does it light up when you can't do it? And the other one doesn't. So I'm going to play the Ob. We're going to make a devil. The devil is going to throw off their attack a little. Or they're going to play like a brutal Cathar. They're probably going to attack the Ob. Ob is going to die. And then we're really trying to rip a land here. They ignore Ob, okay. That's pretty cool because we get the drain. We want to keep the devil so that we can kill it with the hook or sack it to the Deadly Dispute. So we really need to hit a land. If this is dead, neither of those are a 1 toughness thing. If I block sack, we're not dead, but we're really close to dead. And the opponent could definitely play something like an Elite Spellbinder, and that would ruin our hook strategy. So I think I have to cast Deadly Dispute now. It's too bad. We were a land away from really having this. From having this right where we wanted it. I guess we don't want to use the red. Okay, we found the land. We play the other red. We rebuke the adversary to reduce the damage. And then we hook next turn. But man, a land there would have been amazing. And, okay, at least we have 2 hooks now. But, I mean, we kind of played in a way that we knew Elite Spellbinder would wreck us. And we played around it a little bit by using the Deadly Dispute last turn. Okay, taking out the Ob, because this player knows they're about to lose their board. They took the Evelyn and left me with 2 hooks. That's interesting, right? Okay, another land off the top. Now we don't have to give up our treasure. Which is good, because we need it for the Deadly Dispute or casting the Evelyn. Let the comeback begin. They're low on stuff. Yeah, they needed to play something else to make that bigger, but they just walk into another hook. No way around that for them. And let's get on the board. Yep, they don't want to face double Ob. Alright, sweet. Let's see if that sound bug clears up. Stephanie likes goofy big cat avatars. Well, I like meat hooks, so I'll take the matchup. Again, let's lead on the lounge and just make sure our mana's nice and smooth. And then we play Hive and then Epicure next turn. Little punished. We could have had a more aggressive start, but I don't think that matters as much as it looks like it does. I'm really happy to play the control role with this deck. And I am expecting Stephanie and the cat avatar to have many, creatures. Runes. Fun. Alright, I really do want to get that Fable down, but if I let that Jukai Naturalist sit around, it could really punish me. I guess we could attack, and if there's a block, we could hook for 1. Is that a 2 for 1ing myself? A little bit. But we really need to keep hitting lands or making mana for these hooks to be good. I think letting the Naturalist do its thing for 1 turn is okay while we get the Fable going. And the Fable, of course, helps us hit land and makes treasures. Letting the opponent keep their accelerant could be punishable by death. Or they could play a whole bunch of things and our hook is even better. What? I don't like that. I do not like that. But now hook is very good. Unfortunately, we lose our own creatures. Maybe I just strangle that Naturalist now and save the hook. Trade? This makes a treasure every turn. You're scared of the treasure. You're scared of the treasure. Okay. Not that scared of the treasure. Do we get rid of the Epicure? I think we get rid of the land. Now that we have the treasure, Meat Hook is probably going to hit what we need to hit. Flooding is a big danger. Oh my goodness. All right. Maybe one of these hooks has to go away, huh? When you have 3 creatures and 3 meat hooks. All right. They're afraid of the treasure. I knew it. Look at that Weaver doing that value circle nonsense. Yeah, get rid of the creatures. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Spend your resources upon them. We send a message. I think that's the play, to power up the Hive and put some pressure on the life total here and let the opponent commit more to the board. Now they're gonna get some value. But man, this Weaver is such a trap. It feels good. It feels good. I know it does, but it's a bit of a trap. Woof. Alright, now we just have to hook everything for the foreseeable ever. What is the card that's going to come down and ruin us? It's the Hallowed Haunting, right? We're going to need lots of hooks to fight Hallowed Haunting. Ranger class, good value. They can just level on that and make one card a big threat instead of extending into a hook. All right, let's get rid of this Abandoned Mire. There's nothing good to hit with it. There would have been. All right, Enrica. Do I want to give up my Harvester? Not really. Harvester might kill the wolf. Nah, the wolf's going to attack. But I should definitely draw this card. Fourth hook, why not? Something to, yeah, this Harvester can trade with the wolf with the +1/+1 counter. I'm expecting more Circles of Confinement or, you know, Borrowed Time, Banishing Light, whatever. How many hooks is too many hooks is the question we should probably be figuring out. Into the circle goes the Harvester. Fall of the Imposter. Put a +1/+1 counter up to one creature, and then exile the creature with the greatest power among creatures the opponent controls. Fun. All right, we race. I like racing with a lifelinker. Down to 5. Fall the Imposter. You can make a big wolf, but it's going to be too slow. Level 3. Did you find a good creature? The Fang of Shigeki. Mishigo's Reign of Truth going ham. You know they're still going to attack. You know they are. Look, Fang of Shigeki can't block Menace. They just can't resist those attacks, can they? They can't do it. Physically incapable of resisting an attack with a +1/+1 counter as the promise. Victory. I believe Delaney Manders is one of my patrons. So that's exciting. Might be some other D Manders, but I got a feeling there's only so many such usernames in the multiverse. And yes, I do know many of my patrons' names. I know I'm not like super hands-on with them and like checking how their day is or stuff like that, but I'm not a bad person. God. She does love Mill. Oh man. Oh boy. How do we beat a Mill deck? We're not the most aggressive pile. All right. Dead. Foretell? Please don't foretell. Don't have dual strike. Has something there though. You saw the stick. Fable. Galvanic. Cacophony already? Gee. Ah! My brain! Okay. I mean, I should probably get rid of some cards, but that would make me draw more cards. And drawing cards is her win con. Assuming this is the person I believe it is. Don't get mad at me for assuming gender when I think I know who I'm playing. All right, dual strike, Tasha's. What a freaking hand! What a turn 5. This could be a turn 5 mill kill without a crowd. 17 cards is what you need. 4 cards left, easy. We got them. We got this. No chance. That's what you got. I'm the greatest. You will not beat me. Discard up. No, we're not drawing any cards. No, not doing that. None of that. Iteration gone. $12. All right, 11. We have not lethal next turn. We have one short of lethal. Land. No, I don't have one short of lethal. I have Hive. No! What? No! The hell draw was that? You better be my patron, because I should get paid for taking that garbage. Okay, Unknown Poet is on the play. Our hand is all right. The usual Xander's Lounge, Voldaire, and Epicure problems, but Fable is a good card. Not as good on the draw, but still good. Cue the jazz music. Oh, man. That was the worst thing that they could have. Really bad. Because Grasp doesn't get there. Are you gonna app that Epicure? Okay. Interesting. What do we give up? I think it's one of these Fables. We need to hit every land drop for Hook to matter. Was really hoping to hit something very playable there. Maybe giving up Fable's stupid. Anyway, opponent is on the move for sure. There's a Strangle. We needed that last turn. I think we just Grasp. What happens if the opponent plays another Thalia? I guess we play Fable. Yeah, let's use the Grasp. See what they do. If they play another 2/2 of some kind and then we Grasp the Thalia, then we can play Meat Hook. If they play Elite Spellbinder, it's pretty bad. They're gonna go Adversary, sure. So we Grasp the Thalia, we take 5 total, then we Hook for 2, it kills both of these, and we get an Illusion. We got a lot of creature lands to figure out how to navigate with sorcery speed stuff, so now that we've given up our instant speed removal of Infernal Grasp, we have to pressure them enough that they can't just power up creature lands. Interesting. They slam the shield. They slam the shield, and we draw Sorin? I was gonna play Ob. Now I don't know. Like, I've got a lot of interesting options here. If I play Sorin, they can power up Cave, attack Sorin, that's a lot of pressure. If I play Ob, they can power up Cave, kill 1 Ob. So, yeah.
I'm gonna remake this town in my image. You work for me now.
Let's drain. It gets around shield.
Or carnage. Tribute is owed.
Alright, take out the Devil, good. Do not want them attacking with those creature lands. Devil is not that valuable. These are both things we can kill, I think, because this deals 2, this deals 3. So we go plus.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
And plus. I do think it means they get to attack with a creature land next turn, though. Or we could play Fable. Make a 2/2. Strangle 1 of creature. Then they're still going to attack this down. I mean, we can hope they... I almost forgot about the targeting thing. Thank God I drew another Strangle. Got him at 12, facing 2 Planeswalkers, so yeah, Crawling Barrens is coming in now. But that's good. It uses up their whole turn, and it only kills 1 of our Planeswalkers. And this one can make a Devil to block for Sorin next turn.
Look off your face.
Although maybe I'm supposed to play Fable.
My goons will make quick work of you.
No, I don't think so. think I'm supposed to play Soren in plus, to be honest.
Under my watch, neither vampire nor human. Nothing on Innistrad is free.
We gotta find Evelyn and grind them out. That's how we have to finish this game. But they haven't drawn land. Or else they play that power-up cave. Maybe they still will. But their idea of playing the shield, they lost their tempo. And we have to keep punishing them for that. I know it looks appealing, but, you know, Meat Hook goes around it, Ob goes around it, and like I've said a few times in this video, we are comfortable being in the control role. If they're powering up creature lands, they're still not making a board presence, so they can't pressure us the way they really want to. Ob is
My
fallen.
revenge will be cruel.
Soren will keep
and
going up.
painful.
Grind them out, grind them out.
Wish to know my secrets? Very well.
I think I might turn this den into a new card. Nah, keep hitting land drops. We're gonna need them. Targeting is hard through the shield. Attacking, no point. Shield prevents it. They could go for cave, attack Soren again, but they're still not building a battlefield. Doesn't matter because of shield, so I'm just gonna target myself.
Get out of my way!
Alright, 2 lands to turn into fresh cards. So Kenzin and Takanuma, that can get a Planeswalker back, that's nice. Plus again. Reveal! Let's go. Alright, making 1/1s doesn't do very
A
much.
fair trade.
Take 1. Alright, Evelyn! You're gonna get me the cards I need to pull this off. I should have played the other Fable. Getting double Fable running is pretty good. Alright, not attacking Soren this turn.
Feel the energy of battle.
What are you doing if you're
then
playing it
guide
now?
like water.
Yeah? Okay. A
My
little bit of life
judgment
gain?
is final.
Maybe they're starting to panic. Evelyn, give me some cards. Apparition takes out the shield? Are you kidding me? Get me back Ob Nixilis. Valorous stance, perhaps, from the opponent? That's a good play. That's a good play. Alright, I should have held the Takanuma. Should have held the Takanuma. What are you talking about? I didn't want things to be too easy. Reveal. Fable.
You wish to know my secrets?
Ob. We're down to 6, by the way. Maybe I should be careful.
Families call me their adversary.
Need that life gain.
Shake down the locals. Go ahead.
They scoop them up.
For mercy.
Take that, mono white. So we were also going to play to land Thundering Rebuke, the Wandering Emperor, because we need 3 lands to do it because of the shield. So play land, Rebuke the Emperor. If we got there, we were just going to try to stall until we could get this Fable to flip, and if we still had this Fable, we could copy. Like, you can make a copy that has haste, so it can copy another copy, so it can copy another copy. So you can copy Reflection of Kiki like as many times as you have mana, and then Meat Hook Massacre can drain them because all those tokens sacrifice on end step. And we are back for the post-game wrap. Let's check out the stats powered by MTGA Assistant. Download link in the description. And ta-da, our black-red, it says mid. it should just say control. It's like vamp mid. I guess it's totally fine to play this as a mid-range deck, but especially in best of one, I lean heavily into the control aspect of the deck. I try to just keep the opponent's threats back, meat hook their board, and then play an Evelyn, and then pile up the card advantage with a few more vampires here and there. So really lean into like the control side of this vampiric, not quite tribal mid-range deck. Anyway, 5-1. A proper YouTube deck, if ever I've seen. Look at this split. 3 on the play, 3 on the draw. Thank you, Wizards. I'm a fortunate human being. I appreciate that. A nice, good play-draw split. Losing only to what would be described as the god draw from a nemesis, which is it Mill? Yeah, I think that this deck can definitely play best of one. You can definitely get to Mythic with this deck. People aren't really targeting this version of Rakdos. And is it better than Anvil? Anvil's pretty freaking good. Like, Anvil is a very resilient deck, but it does, like, people go over the top of Anvil, you know? Yeah, people start dropping Titans on it. People start flying through the air with Goldspan Dragons. Anvil can have a tough time. This deck can keep the cards absolutely flowing, and they're not bad cards. Like, Sorin and Henrika can pile up a lot of value. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a really good card, and it can win if you have 2 copies and the Meathook Massacre on its own. But then you get, like, Evelyn Vampiric nonsense going, and you really pile on the cards. Plus, you have a top end in Tybalt. Yeah, I think that this deck is definitely a Mythic contender, and in terms of tiers of MTG Arena, it has to prove whether or not it can compete with things like Anvil for the kind of similar spot in the meta. The Rakdos deck that can slide and just kind of smoothly get into the grindy game and become a control deck. But if you really like vampires, if you like tribal vampires, but you don't necessarily like dumping your hand, hoping you win and getting meat hooked and crying in the corner, then maybe this is the deck for you. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and remember, fans, cool kids over there, Twitch Elite Ninja Squad, please go renew Twitch Prime. It's that time of the month, and I appreciate it. You're cool.